right, well, hi everybody. It's Eska, and I have a new laptop with a webcam on it, so I'm using that to make this vlog today. And I got this interesting post, or not post, this I guess message on YouTube. I don't. Let me see. Where did I receive it? January, March, April. In April, I haven't gotten to it. I just saw it now, and it says it's from Miguel. And he says, I'm going to read it to you. It's a little long, but it says, I am in a very early stage of beginning or trying to begin a screen printing business. I have had one of the most difficult years financially and with work also, losing my job of almost 4 years and not being able to find anything or get anyone to call me. I have a 1-year-old son and bills that need paying, but no job equals no money. I've been thinking about starting this business for quite some time, but now I've decided to take it very serious. I don't want it to sound like I'm only doing it for the money, but with having a 1-year-old son, I need to support that. Support is a major factor. I was just looking for some general advice on how to begin with the bare minimum. I'm broke and haven't had any luck with jobs, but need something, and I honestly feel like this is what is going to help me not only make money, but get out of this slump and from being depressed with not being able to support myself and my family. I would just like to know which direction to head and not get ahead of myself. I'm very computer savvy, pretty creative as far as designing, and I'm very anal when it comes to things coming out nice and right. Maybe a bit on the OCD side is what my girlfriend tells me. Thanks in advance. I can't read. Thanks in advance for at least reading and any advice you can provide. All right, Miguel, I'm going to give you the best advice I can. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a blah blah blah. All I know is how to screen print and my experiences. And I've kind of already explained most of the probably the answers to the questions that you have in my past vlogs. I personally started, I think, with like $200 or something like that, and I did a ton of research online. You obviously can get online. You have the resources. When I started screen printing, there was less information back then than there is now. There's a lot of information. And instead of getting on YouTube and messaging me, you should actually try joining some online forums, screen printing forums. Do a Google search for the open resource, what is it called? Open Resources Printer Network or something like that. I don't know. There's a couple of them out there, but join a forum and ask the same question there, because there's going to be a lot more people like me who have started a business from scratch and can give you a lot more detailed information than I can. What I can tell you is, number one, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money. I didn't start screen printing because I thought, oh, it's going to be a beautiful thing. I want to express myself artistically. I actually wanted to make money too, and I wanted to do something fun. And screen printing just kind of added up. I mean, a job is obviously two things. You got to make money, but you got to enjoy your job. And when you can get both together, it's great. And that's kind of what starting a screen printing business for me is like. The best advice I can personally give you based on my experience is, if you are really broke, then you need to be extremely creative with what you purchase, and how you're going to go about building your first press and getting your first order. I would definitely build a press, probably just a one color. I would look into maybe water-based inks that air dry, and I would talk to friends and family and see if anybody's looking for a one color job, just to get you up, just to get you started. Something that's very simple, maybe just white shirts with black ink. Just try to sell it. You need to learn to be a salesman. You need to go out there and show your excitement for the product that you're selling, and sell it to them. My very first order, I was very fortunate, was a one color print on a white T-shirt. I think it was like 50 shirts with black ink. Easy. It was actually a little bit more detailed than I had expected it to be. So it was a little bit harder than I thought, and there were pinholes and blah blah blah. And I tried my best to minimize all that and to ensure that my curing was right. But I shipped the order to the customer, and got a response where they loved the shirts. They're excited about it. So it comes to show that you can really start a screen printing business with not a lot of money. The hard part is figuring out how you're going to cure your prints, and obviously multicolor printing. You need to start somewhere. So I say build your first press, And if you really need to cure your first prints, you can do it in an oven at home. I don't recommend it, but you can. I heard it's been done. I've never tried it. I don't see why you can't. It's basically the same idea. You just need to make sure that your shirt is reaching the right temperature. You can do what's called a stretch test on your shirt, which is you take your t-shirt. Let me see, do I have a t-shirt here? You know what? Give me 1 second. I know I got t-shirts around here somewhere. I like how I own a screen printing business, and the one time I actually need a t-shirt, I can't find one. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this. Hold on. Here we go. For example, my wife is a huge Ron Paul supporter. Okay, so she asked me if I could print some of these t-shirts. Obviously, these are very simple prints. Black on what is this, ash? I think this is a Gildan 2000 or something. And nothing difficult about this, but everybody loved the shirt who liked Ron Paul. But anyway, what you can do is after you've cured your shirt in the oven, you probably would want to set your oven to about, oh man, I don't want to say anything that I'm going to regret, but I think that you could probably set your oven to around 350 to 400 degrees, somewhere in there, because you want it to be a little bit hotter than the actual curing of plastisol. Plastisol needs to reach about 320 degrees depending on the ink that you purchase in order to cure. So once it's set at 320, take the shirt out. It should be very hot to the touch. You probably will be like, ooh, that's hot. You know, it won't be like, ah, it burns. And you want to make sure you don't get scorching where the shirt turns yellow and hardens up. And then when you pull your shirt out, you can do a quick test by taking your t-shirt and giving it a pull. And when you pull, plastisol is supposed to stretch with the shirt. It's not supposed to crack. If it cracks, then you know that your shirt is not cured. You didn't completely cure your ink, and it's probably going to come out in the wash. So that's an easy way to start. One color shirts, make your press at home. Try some water-based inks. I don't use them a lot because I don't have the maybe the patience for it right now. But we have a lot of plastisol at my place, and I've done some discharge, and I've done water-based a long time ago. I just don't do a lot of it right now. I might get more into it later. But anyway, try that stuff out. Go to your local screen printing supply place. If you don't have one, call one. Call Ryanette. I know Ryan at Ryanette makes all these completely weird videos online that everyone makes fun of in the screen printing community, but their salesmen are pretty smart. I've talked to some people over there. My salesman over there is Brandon, and he always gives me the best price and gets me my stuff overnight. And he can give me a lot of, he'll do some extra research for me and find out what it is that I need to do the best job that I can do. But anyway, so again, recap, get online, join some forums, ask more people than just myself, build your equipment. You don't need a lot of money to start building. Basically, you can use for a press. You can get if you know how to build stuff. If you can cut wood, you can cut a flat piece of wood, and on the back end of this piece of wood, like so, here's your flat piece of wood right here. On the back end, build like maybe a couple 2x4s to make it stand up higher. Put all these pieces together, maybe wood glue, maybe some screws, and then put some hinges on it so a screen can drop like this, just like you see a regular press, a screen drop. And then you can get a wooden frame, and you can screw into the frame. If you want to be able to expose your own screens, make your own film, that's another thing. You're going to have to look into somehow using the printer that you already have at home. I would say print on vellum and get some emulsion. That's, you know, it's a toss-up. You have to do research. You're going to have to do research. You can expose screens in the sun. I don't recommend it, because it's a little bit difficult to know how it's going to come out depending on the weather and all that kind of stuff. I never really did a lot of that. I like more controlled atmosphere, so I did my first exposing with a floodlight. And but anyway, there's so much stuff out there, so just do the research. I wish that I could help you with your financial situation, and I know what it's like to feel like you're not being successful, because I've been in those situations too. And and running a business isn't any easier. There are down times and there are really high times. So hang in there, do research, and keep applying for other jobs, because even though you want to start screen printing, you're going to need some capital, you're going to need some money, and things aren't going to be, when you first start screen printing, things are going to take off. It's not going to be like you're going to print a shirt and everyone's going to say like, oh, well, give me 1,000 of those. It's going to take a while to develop a customer base, and if you have a job, you can spend that time where you don't have much to do, actually making money, and then when you get home, you can focus on building up your business, and then at the right time, you can quit your job and focus on what it is you would really like to do. So, long blog, or vlog, but I hope that was helpful. So, anyway, I might post some more stuff about screen printing later. I haven't done a whole lot of vlogging lately, but my wife is working, and today is Sunday, and tomorrow's Memorial Day, so I have some time to really just relax. So, hopefully that was helpful to more than you, maybe other people. I don't know. All right. Well, if you have questions, you can send me them on YouTube. Check out screenprinters.biz. The website was just down for a little bit, but I renewed it. I didn't know that the domain expired, but I've been really busy. So go on there. We started a forum there as well. It's small, but check it out. So till next time, happy screen printing.